What's up, guys? It's Simon. So as you can tell by the title of this video, it's going to be about my man's shrine. This is going to be the first video in my video series called Divine Masculine. That was requested by Maha's Treasure Box, so I'll link it in the description box below so you can check out her channel. Please subscribe. She's really awesome. She just did a video about moon crystals, which are really awesome. She's, I think, starting an astrology series, if I remember correctly. So go check her out. And yeah, so I hope you like it. Well, actually, let me do a little background story. Um, so if you've been watching my channel since the beginning, or relatively around there, then you know that I did a vision shell video, which talked about, one of the words in there was masculinity and how I wanted to discover it and truthfully, or rather honestly, express it. And so that's what this man shrine is in reference to, um, working through that and with that. So I hope you enjoy the video. So this is the man shrine. That's the top there. And then we got the second tier, the third tier, and the bottom. And then that one is going to be the chalice, which is more like a goblet. So I might call it the goblet so that way it's different from the chalice, which is associated with the goddess. I know that technically it's not much different, but I think I'm just gonna do it that way, because it is technically a goblet, but this is going to be, my drinking glass, so to speak. And I haven't really done much yet, I'm still figuring it out. But those are the things I want to use, especially since they match in color. That's pretty awesome. And since I'm working with the green man, I thought the green glassware was most appropriate. So let's start with the top. Right here is my green man depiction. For those of you who live in the States, you probably recognize this from Walmart. It is an incense burner with multiple holes where the smoke billows out. It's so beautiful. Oops. This is a hear, see, and speak no ill will incense burner, and I think they called it hear, see, speak no ill will, well actually they said evil, tree man, I think they said. But I really love it, so here's the first face, and then there's the second one, and then there's the last one. And I don't know what it is, but I'm completely obsessed with anything that's about hear, see, and speak no ill will. Like, there's not many things that I obsess about, but that's definitely one of them. And to me, it kind of means don't listen to gossip, don't look for trouble, and don't speak unkindly or untruthfully, dishonestly rather. And I kind of feel like if you live that way, then you gain the wisdom of the green man. And so I really love that. I remember when I first created the man shrine, I actually had Cernunnos on it. And you saw him in the last video. He's on the earthen shrine. And you also may have seen him on my video response to the Lady Grave Dancer, which is Who Fear Hell. I think I called it the Tail of the Devil. So, if I remember, I'll try and link those videos before so you can check them out if you haven't seen them. But, yeah, I really love this depiction, and, this was actually originally on my earthen shrine, but then I switched him out with Cernunnos, and I'm so glad that I did. Okay, so what you see here is holly and oak. That is actually what I associate, with the green man. I know a lot of people associate that with the horned god, but for me, I kind of believe that it's more the green man who is the oak and holly king. I just really love it. It's actually one of my favorite, I guess, stories. I can't really think of what the word is, but I really love it a lot because it's the one depiction that the god never dies in. He just transforms. And I really love that, anything that talks about transformation. And so I kind of feel like the Green Man is the, not the, not the, like, primordial father, because well, I guess so. I don't know. But I kind of feel that he's a very ancient energy. Let's just call it that way. Um, call it that rather. I kind of feel he's a very ancient masculine energy, um, and how masculinity is supposed to be. How it's, there is no, you know, being a man only. It's a balanced way of life. Just like with women, it's not womanly only. It's a balanced lifestyle where you address both your masculine and your feminine parts. And so this is why I really wanted him to be my deity that I would go to for masculine guidance. And so I have oak leaves and oak acorns, all wild harvested. There's actually an oak tree that is not too far from my house, probably about 2 or 3 blocks away, and I collected the acorns and stuff from there. The holly was purchased. There's no holly in my area, and we're just not at a place to be growing anything right now. So, if you see, there's light and dark berries. That's to represent the light side, the fun, outgoing side, and then the dark berries are to represent my dark side. Now, I want to re-specify that I do not believe darkness is evil, so I don't have an evil side. So these represent the things that are unpleasant about me. So my chronic depression. Um, excuse me. I just drank some water, but I'm kind of getting froggy throated. So hopefully my voice doesn't go during the video. But things like that, the things that are unpleasant about myself, that I embrace them and acknowledge them, and if need be, change them. There we go. Then you also see these stones circled around, and I just thought it gave a really nice touch. It's not a complete circle, but I'm not too worried about that. And so you can see a black and a white stone. That's again for that balance. And then these stones were all purchased. I think they're like 75 cents a piece. And I think this is orange calcite, and this might be like serpentine. Oh, well, actually, this stone was not purchased, but it was naturally found in this boxy shape. Really awesome. So this is kind of just like an earth representation. Oh, and that's another reason why I picked the Green Man, because I'm a Capricorn in the sun sign, which is an earth element, so I wanted to bring in that energy that I could resonate with. So I have this earth representation, just to, you know, have that energy here too, and honored. This is where most of the intention and working interaction goes to. So like this is the honorary section for the Green Man, where I just decorate this in his honor. It will never really change, because it has oak and holly symbolized already. If anything does change, sorry, not in frame. If anything does change, it's probably going to be still along the same level, but maybe I'll just keep it at Oak King for the light half of the year, and then I'll switch out for Holly King for the dark half of the year. That's really the only change that's going to happen. And maybe add more stones to make a complete circle, but other than that, I really doubt it because I really love it as is. What? I keep on looking. I need to look in the camera, not outside, because I keep on moving you. My bad. So I'm going to stay here for a few seconds so that way you can get a good look at it since I've been moving all this time. Alright. And I'm going to get a little closer. Oops, not that close. to the earth part. So this was, you probably remember this from the altar video and shrines in sacred space, where I showed you that I had this white stone that had this symbol in it. This was the very first one that I made for my first altar. But the shape and size just didn't fit, especially once I added the Believe rock. The Believe rock was not initially added to my altar. It was added later, and then I had to construct a new protection stone because that energy just did not mesh with it. And for a long time, I didn't know what to do with this, and now it has its home, and all is right in the world. And this is a beautiful, I'm not quite sure if it's a root or a branch. I think it's a root. No, it's probably a branch. I don't really know. But this was wild harvested as well in the same area where these oak acorns and leaves were. This was a free gift from someone. I can't remember. And these stones I bought at the GW. Ooh, what was that? Oh, that's the goblet. Okay. The stones were bought at the GW as just a bag. I think it was about $2 maybe. And then the stones were actually originally in, do you guys remember? Oh, hopefully you saw my last video. Because I showed you guys that spirit bottle for the fire spirits. That's actually a vase that was made in Spain that was also at the GW. And by the way, if you don't know what that means, that's Goodwill. So I got these stones and that vase at the same time, and I also got some fairy lights, and I decided to make it a little centerpiece on my nightstand, but that's definitely changed. And later on, I found that wooden topped cork that you see on it now. Excuse me. And I glued that on after I made the bottle and everything. And so the stones have been moved over here to their new home. And that's the little story of the stones. Okay, so now down here, did you hear that? I just cracked my wrist. I'm assuming you did because it's the one that's holding the phone. But anyway, so over here you see a bay leaf. This is kind of just to replicate the shape of the stone over here, and also give a oh, what's the word? Kind of just break up that color since this is so dark, and this itself is also really dark. This is one of the what's it called? One of the deity oils from Natural Magic Shop, which I will link below. I absolutely love their oils. They are the best to get, in my opinion. She really knows what she is doing. She has been practicing for many years, both as a pagan and a witch, and she's a great potioneer. Definitely check her out. Depending on your budget, she may be pricey. Most oils are about $15. A lot of the essential oils are cheaper, but a lot of the magic oils and spirit god oils and deity oils are $15 and up. This was actually the Dagda oil that she personally crafted for me. I don't know if she sells it anymore. Maybe it wasn't selling well, I'm not sure. But when I started creating the shrine, it really kind of felt like it belonged here. It definitely has that wonderful masculine energy, and it has, let me see if I can, there we go, got the top open. There we go. It's kind of hard to explain. It definitely smells woody, like woodsy. Kind of smells mossy too. It just smells really good, and I'll wear it from time to time as a cologne to attune myself with the Green Man. Now, I don't know if I said this earlier in this video, but this was actually a Dagda oil that she personally crafted for me. Because she didn't have anything that was equivalent to the Dagda. And So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to let you guys know is that if you have any oils that you want and you can't find a comparative or the exact one that you want, um, you can call her or email her, and she will help you either by letting you know which oil that she has already made will work for you, and she'll also change out the label if you ask her to, or she'll do like she did with me and create a whole new oil just for you. And it was really awesome. She's very, very considerate. Uh, yeah, so that's what that is. I think she actually has a green man oil, so when I run out or run low on this, I'll probably buy it and compare the two. So right here is kind of this awesome horn-shaped stone that if you look closely, looks like it has moon craters as well. And so I really, there you go, thought it was a great way to balance feminine and masculine energy, which is the whole point um, to me working with the Green Man, because I believe in balanced energy. We've got two raw quartz here. This one's a little more on the darker side, so I put it in my receptive hand, and this is a more white and light side, so I put it in my right hand. And I'll use these to meditate with and kind of just like clear and recharge my aura and from the inside out and all that. Um, yeah. So this is pyrite. This is my oldest crystal. Oh wow. Oh, you can't see it. Damn. Well, it's making awesome little flashes on my bed right now because of the light. But anyway, this is my oldest crystal I've had. I've had that since I was probably, oh, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom. She got it for me when I was just a wee little lad, and it was not this heart shape when I first got it. Over the years, it's chipped away, and it's turned into this, and I utterly love it. I feel it's the loving energy of the divine masculine. So this is a big piece of sunstone, raw, um, and it's been charged with the intentions of um, healthy, positive masculinity. And I don't want to go into all of them because it's kind of personal and specific to me, and I kind of want to keep some things private. So this is also the necklace that's been being charged with this whole setup. So that way, if I ever want to take that energy with me, not just meditate with this, but have that as a constant symbol and reminder and recharger, so to speak, then I can. So what I did here is I took a bit of copper wire. Hold on. Oops. So I took a bit of copper wire. Let me get a little closer. So I took a bit of copper wire, and you know where that little nub goes that uh, attaches to the stick and branch and all that? Well, that popped off when I was trying to attach this on there. And so I just kind of made like an eye pin with the copper wire, and you can't really see it, but I stuck it in where that nub was, and I made it into a little pendant. So now I have a divine masculine necklace, and this is just some thick hemp cord. So what you see over here is this little natural mixture. It has pineapple leaf, lime peel, magnolia petal, and cedar wood chips. And cedar wood is sacred to my patron god, Veals. So I have that there for masculine energy and guidance. I have pineapple leaf to represent myself, since I love pineapple, and also to aid in success in my journey of working with and finding and expressing my masculinity in its truest form. The lime peel is attributed to my lust and libido, that it never die, and that it gets expressed in a healthy way. And the magnolia petals are for that loving, kind, nurturing energy. That's that not necessarily on a feminine level, but that I tap into my emotions, which are typically attributed as being feminine, while still feeling like I'm not emasculating myself. So that's what that is. And then this was also bought at the GW. It has like a nature leaf pattern look to it, and it's like gold and brown. It's really awesome and earthy. This is just kind of like a random thing right now. It's these cinnamon scented pine cones. They're kind of old, so they're not too scented, and I just put them in this bowl, and it's just a nice decoration, especially for the Yule season. So that's it. That's the man shrine, and the name. Whoa, that's the first time I've stuttered in my life. There's a specialty treat just for you guys, me stuttering. Anyway, this man shrine, the name of it is kind of attributed to the man cave. So it's kind of supposed to be like my place of power and solitude and recharge. So I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you for watching, and blessed be my dear witchlings.